I'ma keep it tight. Don't even come my way if you know you ain't right. When I come through, boys know it's me. A player from the South, nothing less than a G. When I come through, they know I'm about my...
Bro, this is Curtis, baby.
Yeah, I know Curtis, man.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody?
How y'all doing?
Look here. I'm your boy, the Music Man, and you are watching Off the Muscle, where we spit knowledge, wisdom, and game. We like to give y'all them gems to make sure you have something to last you through the week. Like I said before, I'm your boy, the Music Man, and this is Chris, the Maniac.
How y'all
You know
doing,
what I'm saying?
man? I'm here.
Yeah, we in the house. Quick question, because I don't know where the nickname Maniac come from.
Really, it came from a work colleague. He saw my nickname or my last name, and he's like, "I'm gonna call him Maniac." And then this is when I kind of started at the job, and then I kind of just the name fit my personality and who I am, and so it just stuck.
Okay, all right, all right.
He was doing maniac type of shit.
I'm a all or nothing kind
Be
of
like,
guy.
see me do a backflip off that rock over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I might not do it, but I'll sit there and think about it.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
that's crazy enough. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you a maniac.
I'll be like, yeah, let me not do it.
So what we're gonna do is say, Tay, we're gonna do him a little. He's gonna have his own little promo spot on the beginning of every Off the Muscle. It's gonna say, I'm a maniac on the floor.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's gonna have his little bikini. What's that little thing on? Little ace on. You know what I'm saying? Leotard with some splashing water on him and shit. And he gonna lay back in the chair. Yeah. All right, everybody. Say, check this out, y'all.
I'm bullshit.
You said, I'm bullshit.
I ain't having it.
I'm not gonna have it. Not on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Hey man. I tell y'all what. I should have sent you the picture because we could have popped that up on screen as part of the Normalization show. Tay, Maniac. When you look out one of the windows on my house, I got this cubby hole between the main garage and the third car garage. It's a little indention in the house. It's like a cutout. But when you look out my washroom, you can look out through it. It's like a window there. Man, and the window sits about 3 or 4 feet off the ground. You know, when you stand, man, I had snow and ice and shit just leaned up. I ain't seen that in a long time. I don't think I've seen that in 10. It was leaning up against the house like this.
Damn, bro. Yeah. Yeah, hey, it was out there, man.
I went out to take my trash cans out, and the trash cans was a foot deep. I had to snatch them bad boys up out the, you know what I'm saying?
You just break the ice.
Yeah, I had to break the ice up. Yeah, man.
Stomp it.
Huh?
It was a little rough out there, man. It was a little rough out there for the last few days, man. Shit had me in, boy.
Everybody was in for the most part, but
I was in.
Huh?
I
was out?
I was out.
What was you doing?
Maniac, I told you.
He had a piece of cardboard flying down the hill and shit.
Nah, man. Your boy got 2 jobs. I was at my second job over there.
Oh man.
Had to get to work.
Shit, hey man, if you had to get that, you gotta get that bread.
He said it like he was on that party. Man, we used to go to when Mama would drop us off on the east. We used to go down right across from catty corner over there. No, it is across the street. From Doris Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Where the railroad tracks is down there. And we would take them we would walk down from Marshall Apartments and take the cardboard with us. And it was them hills right there, man. We used to get at the top of the hill and take that cardboard.
Yes, sir.
And on grass, man, that grass used to be real green going down that hill, man. We used to slide down the side of the railroad tracks down on the hill. Man, we had so much fun doing that, man. That was our Austin, East Side, Texas snow sledding, grass sledding, cardboard box and grass, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. It worked just as good, almost. I mean, I can't call it.
You got to come to Colorado sometime.
Huh?
You got to come.
Colorado's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a soon. I've been through Colorado, but I ain't never been there to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to experience the whole Colorado thing, the skiing and all that. That's something that I feel is A1. That's gonna be a old Unk Entertainment trip.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I
Let's go.
told Maniac,
Let's
man,
go.
yeah, he can go out there and show us the ropes.
That's where your
Yeah.
people is?
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
he from.
That's where
Oh
I'm
man,
from.
no, you sure gonna show us a thing of six because Granny keep talking about. I don't know why y'all. I want to go to Colorado, and Teresa say, "No, man, I don't. No, she don't deal with the cold." So she's like, "No, y'all can. I'll sit inside by the fireplace and look out. You know, because a lot of log cabins got them big, huge windows." I said, "Well, you sure gonna see me? I'm gonna be out there trying to snowboard and all kinds. I'm gonna hurt my damn self." So
I went over the winter break and
Yeah.
I fell a bunch of times because
Hey,
it's
man.
been a few years since I've been down here, so I haven't been. I'm a little rusty, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I busted my ass a few times.
Well, hey, man, snow
I'm not
will make you
ashamed to
rusty.
admit it, you know.
I guarantee you that shit. Because
I'm not ashamed to admit it either. I busted my ass quite a few times.
okay. You be that snow. Tell you.
Yo,
When the last time you stepped your foot in some roller skates?
check it out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
A few months back,
Uh-huh.
I took my grandbaby. I bought her some roller skates for her birthday, and so she was going. She'd go being through, in and out the house. Well,
Yeah.
through the house. She's skating.
Yeah.
You know, I started out on the rug.
Yeah.
Just look here. But
This ain't slick.
she one of them daredevils, right?
Yeah.
She wanted all.
She ready to go.
So I'm like, no, you stay on this rug. She started going on to the floor, you know. So I was like, okay. She bust her ass a few times. And okay, wait a minute. She started to, she did it a few times, but then she started catching up balance. I was like, wait a minute. Let me take you to the next level. Right?
chopping.
Man, got her over to that skating rink, to Playland where we used to stomp. Get over to Playland. She go around a couple of times, bust her ass. I go around with her.
Yeah.
Go a few times, I ain't been skating in years. And shit, man, that little girl, next thing you know,
Blow you out.
bro, she's watching people. She was watching everybody and watching what they were doing. Shit, next thing you know, her ass was with it.
Skate
She
backwards and
going
shit.
around, she turning all around and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Look here, bro.
Yeah.
Skating used to be, I remember it being fun.
Mhm.
I didn't realize until then, man, that shit is a job. That shit, I was sold to them motherfucker.
Okay.
You don't realize it when you're doing it either.
No, man. Listen,
Because you
It's a
glide,
workout.
you're going so smooth. You're like, okay, yeah.
the reason why I said it was this. We all went skating a while back. Teresa and I, and some of her cousins, Annie, we all took some kids with us. We took the kids with us. That's where we was going.
Mm.
But, we strapped up. You know what I'm saying? We all, we suited and booted. We jumped in our skates too.
For sure.
But I'm out there hitting them corners hard, going around, stepping over myself, trying to be clean with it. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then you hit that something don't go right, your ass gets
Go to bucket.
and you mess around and pull a groin muscle trying to stay up as
For
opposed to
sure.
going down. Because I always tell them, I say, as long as I don't go down, y'all can't say nothing.
Yeah.
So they still waiting for me to go down because we've been, we go over the years every couple of years. So we go, listen, man, this last time we went, bro, my whole, what's on the front, the shin,
Yeah.
my shin, man, I think my shins was swole for 3 days. Man, I don't know what I was trying to work it out though. I was trying to skate like I had never stopped skating, and it don't work
And
that
that's
way,
what I
man.
did. Yeah, it's the muscles that
The
ain't
boy
been,
was so,
yeah.
not sore.
So
I was so.
yes, sir.
Hey man, we needed some Epsom salt or something. That's normal. Hey, ain't that normal though?
That's normal. Bro.
That's normal.
That's normal.
Everybody, look here. Tonight, this evening, we'll be discussing normalization. Okay, I may get a little animated with some of these subjects because what I want to talk about as far as normalization is concerned is us as a whole accepting normalization, accepting criminalistic, accepting terroristic, accepting bad behavior, and going back for more. By definition, normalization is a process that makes something more normal or regular. Okay, but normalization is something that has been. Everybody will tell you, oh well, that's normal. About anything, that's the way it's always done. When people say words like that, they're speaking of normalization. It is what it is. That's normalization.
Yeah.
All these terms are pertaining to normalization. Um, um, so, and part of normalization is being is desensitized. Um, when something initially strange, shocking, um, or anxiety inducing. Okay, so if something is anxiety inducing, strange, or shocking, when it becomes normal or no longer triggers an emotional reaction after repeated exposure. All right, so that's what desensitization is. Um, then we have habituation, the general psychological term for when repeated exposure to stimulus like behavior, word, or situation leads to a decreased or normalized response over time. So that's when something becomes a habit and you're used to it. And those three terms kind of all coincide. They go together. They they work together to keep you in a position to where your mind or your state, your energy is 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 normal. It's what we call normal. This is one of those things that the more you think about it, the more it comes up. You know what I'm saying, Tay? Like I'm over here, I see the face you making the same face I'm making because it's you're trying to work yourself through it and through the understanding of normalization. When you This is one of those things that when you think about it, it runs wild. I had a problem staying focused with each area because of how happy or mad you can get
Yeah.
when discussing any of these subjects. Brother, there's things in when you start thinking about normalization that will take you way off track in the overstanding of what's normal. Normal to me is throwing a whole bunch of babies in a room of all different race, colors, and creeds, and they all play together. And they all understand that neither one of them is more important than the other one, but there will be a dominant in the end. But at the same time, because one of them's going to have a different personality than the other, but it's normal
Yeah.
for none of them to hate each other.
Mm.
It's normal for none of them to dislike each other because no one's taught them dislike. No one's taught them hate. No one's taught them superiority. No one's taught them to be a bully. They haven't watched any media. They don't know anything about racism. So the things that we will be discussing today are racism, policing, media, relationship, politics, and abuse. These things are where we have accepted normalization and we can't get away from it. It's what I feel. So y'all have to understand that with me, I don't say I feel a lot. I feel like because I can't prove why everybody's so goddamn crazy. Why are we letting this happen? My comfort zone is my normalization, Royce said. Good evening, people. What's up? Who's that? Cam to say good evening, people?
Yes. Yeah.
So Cam on now.
Y'all know when I get focused after that, I stop looking up at the thing. I have to glance up there every now and then. But I appreciate y'all family chiming in. Tell me something, maniac, that you would call normal. What's normal in your heart? What would you call normal? What's normalization? Anything. Give me something that's normal to you. Don't make it normal to me, towards us, or toward me.
Going to work.
Going to work is normal.
That's
If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got what Richard Pryor said, if you got some money or a pistol, you can get something to eat.
I mean, and that doesn't have to be, your 9 to 5. That can be,
Yeah, right.
it can be podcasting, it can be YouTubing, it can be you do music.
Work can be going out in the field and shooting and killing what you need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
So
getting your supplies, getting your provisions, if you will.
that's work.
Yeah.
That is work. That's normal.
If you're homesteading, yeah. You have to maintain the home. You have to probably take care of animals.
So what you're saying is that a homeless person, I was gonna name it, I was gonna say it, a bum, since he don't go to work, it's not normal. It's not normal to us.
It's not normal to me. It's their normal. That's their normal, and we can get into that.
That's
But
true.
that's, to them that is normal. To them, there's some that genuinely want to be homeless. They like it,
Hey, what we talking about? Some brothers want to go to jail
For
because
sure.
they don't want to be out here in this world. That's their normal
especially around this time. Like, really,
because it's cold
really,
outside.
honestly,
Man, who just said that to me? Somebody just said something about
it's true.
if they was a bum, they
It's
would
so true. So
whoop
true.
somebody's ass so they can go to jail. I was just talking about that like yesterday with somebody. I don't even remember who it was. But somebody was like, man, yeah, it's so cold out there, man. If I was homeless, man, I'd beat somebody up, man, so I go to jail and get warm. And I was like, I can see that.
Yeah.
Gee,
That's
it's
not
cold out
normal.
there. It's cold out there.
But here's the
It
thing.
happens no matter what city you're in. That genuinely does happen.
You said something that was important. You said that's not their normal. So is normal an individualized thing, or is normal a consensus? I thought normal was what we all considered.
It kind of relates a little bit back into our last week's
Of common
when
sense?
when it's situation, well, not situational, but it becomes environmental.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes environmental, like how you were raised and kind of what you deem as normal, as opposed to somebody else and how they're raised and what they deem as normal.
You heard what Peanut said? You know who Peanut is?
Which one?
That's my grandbaby. That be on the videos with me.
Oh,
He
is that
said-
what she said?
He
Oh,
said, common sense? He said, that's not normal.
oh yeah.
Normalization is, so he went back to last week. Normalization is something that we should all group together. We should feel that it's a group thing. I feel like normalization is a consensus.
Mhm.
If we don't all feel the same way, then something is wrong. When it comes to racism, let's talk about that first. It's the first bullet point. When we talk about racism is in. All right, argue with me if you want to. Come on with it. I dare you. Racism is in media. It's in healthcare. It's in housing. It's in education. It's in the prison system, the justice system, and it's in our White House. And then you got those people that say racism doesn't exist.
You do have something to say.
But it's normal for most, to me. Now remember, Maniac said everybody's normal is different. In certain circumstances, I would agree with you because everybody's gonna think different about certain things. But you cannot argue with me and tell me that racism is normal and that it doesn't exist. The normalization has always been, hold on now, I'm gonna say something. Right? The normalization has always been that racism was okay. Prove me wrong. Nobody can't prove me wrong. Do you want to know why you can't prove me wrong? You can't prove me wrong because racism has existed all of this time, has always been accepted through small fights and battles, and it still prevails. So it is normal for a large group of people. Now, the difference is the normalization, Maniac, is coming from you either with it, so it's normal to you, or you against it and it's normal to you. So you either with us to substantiate or to fight. You either protecting it or you trying to tear it down.
You know what they say, right?
What's that?
The winner writes history.
The winner writes history. So racism is a normalization in the society of these United States. Where I started this program off tonight was the understanding that when you normalize things, you're accepting it. It's accepted. When are we going to change it where that's not a normal thing? I don't want racism to be normalized. I don't want it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Racism is something that is based on hate and is based on lack of knowledge. There's a lot of times where people just hate people, and racism, white supremacy, all that is based on wanting more or greed or all the different factors that there
Not
are.
having what someone else does, greed,
That's what and like Maniac said, it's you just want more than what everybody else has, and you can't stand to see anybody else have anything. That's part of. I mean, bigotry and racism and supremacy is one of those things that it's normal to some because it's what it's taught. Well, no, you know what? I can't say it that way because it's taught to all of us.
There's a lot of
We
it about
learned a lot.
power.
we learn all this in school.
It's about power.
It's about power.
Yeah.
Roy said racism is gonna be forever
Okay.
because it's taught and passed down from generations.
Royce, what is that? What is that?
Sis said, that's sis. She said, "Do you think or believe that racism is only in the U.S.?"
Absolutely
not.
not. Oh no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I work one of my guys I work with, one of my buddies, he's got I believe his wife is Vietnamese, but he's told me like all the Asian countries, they hate each other so much. Like
They do.
then their racism is, from what I hear, worse than our racism.
And I don't know it, but I don't disagree with it. Because anytime
So it's not just in the U.S. is what I'm getting at. It is worldwide. It is everywhere.
I think what happens is that in competition, and when you're talking about building an empire or a team, a workforce, a continent, when you're building a union, anytime there's a mass of one denomination, a mass of a race, a mass of a color, breed, there's going to be
State
some
of mind.
state of mind. There's going to be some racism. Because what people have learned to do is to down, to talk about, to stereotype, to demean those who they want power over. So that's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So you're very right. I don't disagree at all. Yes, it's all over the place. So it absolutely is. A lot of times when we're dealing with racism, we're thinking about other countries and we're thinking about what we have here. It's hard to understand if you weren't taught that hate, but it's a normalization for the people who were. It's normal. They don't see it any different from what their neighbor, their neighbor sees it. I watched a couple videos just today, because I was sending you some stuff. You know me, how I do it. I have certain stuff I already have in the trigger, and then some stuff I'll see last minute. I'm like, ooh, there you go. It was crazy because there are people that get mad when people move in their neighborhood and drive better cars than them. Did y'all know that? If you move in my neighborhood, you got a better car than me, I'm going to get racist.
You said you're going to get racist.
I'm not in particular, but yeah, this is what happened. Man, they had this white cat on there, and they invited a news media person to their house, and the way it starts off, and it was like, well, there you go right there, and this is and they were discussing an African American couple that moved into the neighborhood that drove a Lexus SUV, and he said he had been living there his whole life, and they had no business moving into his neighborhood with that Lexus SUV. And you're like, wait a minute, what is this about? It was about, I've been living here my whole
Because that person doesn't have a Lexus and they live there their
yeah,
whole life.
yeah. So these black folks moved into my
Go
neighborhood,
get a Lexus.
and I'm a white cat. And he moved into my neighborhood, and they got a brand new $100,000 Lexus, and I don't want them here. And they shouldn't have that car because they ain't the right color.
Hmm.
And that's I don't understand that, man. I know we got haters in this world, but each one and so do you chalk it up to hating or do you chalk it up to racism? Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you start using derogatory terms, that's when it turns from hate to I'd rather you be a hater than a racist.
That's what I think that specific situation, it
Yeah.
does come from hate.
It does.
And like,
It does.
again, come from like the greed of like, oh, I want what they have. But then, yeah, it leads into the, oh, now I don't like them because of the race or because of whatever, you know.
If somebody
That
told you your whole
the
life,
racism.
let me ask you this question, Maniac. If somebody told you, being a male of Caucasian persuasion, if somebody told you your whole life growing up, of course they didn't exist, but God damn it, Chris, there's no reason in the world why a black man should have a podcast. If somebody told you that 1,000 times, you wouldn't be sitting here. Do you realize that? Because you would have been programmed in racism unless you just made so many changes and overstandings in your life that you were like, no, I disagree with that. But it's hard to break that cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle that I have friends that have told me, hey, man, I broke the cycle, man. Kurt, man, I'm not with that, bro. My whole family was racist, but I've never, been a part of that my whole life. I got some bros, man.
Yeah.
I got some palm colored bros that'll, if I call right now, and I'll tell you that one day.
Yeah.
And then you know what he said? He said, hey, man, you realize when you was on your podcast and I heard that, I didn't know if something was up, man. I didn't know if you was trying to throw a smoke signal or not. I was ready to come over there if I knew you, boy.
You ready?
He was ready. He was ready to roll.
Cam said, normalizing is based off force. Whomever has the most force can make it normal.
That's a good perspective because as you were saying it, I kind of knew what the ending result was of his statement. Cam, that's live. But it's also like Maniac said, it has to do with who has the power. Whoever wins the race is going to write the story. And in winning that race, it requires force. It requires power. It requires to the detriment of somebody.
That's great.
Here's what you have to understand.
And I don't think it always takes force. I think it can be persuasion.
It can be
as well.
persuasion. It can be tricks. It can be. There's many. Man, here I go to start some shit. There's many people that feel that the Bible was a very, very important tool in racism, in controlling slaves, in controlling people of color.
Mhm.
So it doesn't take force sometimes. Y'all seen the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington? I'm sure you have. Have you seen it? Have you ever seen it?
I'm pretty sure.
The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. That man.
Is he doing the thing with the big bow at the beginning and
Yes.
killing a deer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. And it's like snowing. And it's like
Yeah. I think it's
kind of after
apocalypse.
after apocalypse.
Gotcha.
But that one cat had his goons running around the wastelands trying to find a book with this on it.
Wow. Yeah.
He wanted to find the book with this on it because he was told that book controlled people. If he had that book, he could have ultimate power after the apocalypse. He could re-raise the people up with that book. And that took that power. Something that transfers from the racism that plays into and has always been a part of that structure is policing. There are things that are normalized in policing. My brothers and sisters that are in policing, I love y'all. I know which one of y'all are good and bad. I I know which one of y'all grew up with us, and I know which one of y'all have changed y'all's lives and become productive citizens in law enforcement, and y'all do right by people, and y'all do the best y'all can every day to provide services, to protect and serve.
Thank you. Yes.
To protect and
Yes.
serve.
Yes.
Because y'all do that. You know, for a long time, Tay, I believe that the words protect and serve mean that their job was to protect us. Do you know that per the Constitution, man, they're not required to protect shit? An officer is not required to protect you. He can't. He's not a bodyguard. A police officer is not to protect you. They're to protect the law. They're to protect society as a whole through policies. They're not protecting you because they can't.
Yeah.
They can't jump in front of a bullet for you.
Right.
If somebody, you ever seen a situation where they got you in cuffs?
Some do.
And then some of them will.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's not their job. They have had situations where your ass be in cuffs and somebody jump on you and you get scuffed up and you try to file against the police and they say, well, he's not required to protect you. I was like, what? I didn't realize that. It's just the truth. But check this out. When you're talking about policing, the norm is, what you have to understand is that policing came from the slave patrols. That's not if you have done any type of seeking of knowledge pertaining to policing over the years, you'll find out that policing started with slave patrols. That's what it initially. That's what it was. It was to protect. At that time, we talk about protecting. It was to protect the goods and the goods and the ownership of anything that white people owned. They had to protect that from the slaves, whether it's their houses, whether it was their animals, whether it was that's what they were doing. They were and to chase them down if they got away. All right, so we'll cut that off.
Does policing go back farther, or policing in America?
Policing in America. That's a good point.
Because when you said that, I just was thinking like those old like Sherlock movies. Like I'm sure those were.
Well, those Sherlock movies would be
like
technically
1800s-ish.
right, 100%. You said 1800s.
Yeah.
Slavery goes back 400 years. So you're talking about 1600, 16. Yeah. But if I remember right, you have a point. There was policing or militarization in other countries that ended up being a
And
police
then what
force.
is the line between military? How do you say not involvement, but presence?
There's not.
But like, where does
There's
it
not.
become from military to policing? Is what I'm trying
There's
to
not.
say.
Military is government. Policing is local or state or so. With policing was where they first were able to take Joe Blow and deputize. I need you, and I need you. Get over here. This is what your job is. This is what we're going to do. This guy right here is going to take care of us. He's going to put us up. He's going to take care of our families. And he's going to feed us every day. And all we got to do is this. It went from that all the way through the ages and came up to the Old West to where there was a sheriff. And we started voting in. We're going to vote this man in. He's the sheriff. And then he can pick his own deputies at that point. So you pick a good sheriff, you get good deputies.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Till he gets shot.
Until they get quick draw abroad. Nigga best right go out there and get his ass Annie Oakley or something, you know what I'm saying?
There's a new sheriff.
There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Reggie Hammond, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be cool. Right on, you know what I'm saying? But also in policing, you have to understand that there is normalization because of continuing bias, denial. People all the time talk about, well, let me not say that, okay? And officers protecting other officers in criminal situations. So I'm a firm believer in, if you're an officer and you watch another officer, I'm saying this is like episode 1 on Off the Muscle. If you watch another officer commit a crime, and to my police officer friends and those that I don't give a damn about, if you watch another officer violate somebody's rights, you are involved in criminal behavior also, because you should stop that officer and or instantly.
It's your obligation.
It is your obligation
to then arrest or step in.
to step in.
Yeah, whatever.
Even if you don't arrest your fellow officer, stop him from violating someone's rights, because you can ruin somebody's life by violating their rights and jailing them. They can lose stuff. And it's why it's the norm to disproportionately arrest and violate the rights of people of color. That's the norm. That's normalization. We are used to that. There are so many people that have not realized and or admitted. You heard my boy Maniac over here helping me out. It's not normal to him. This man said it's not normal for an officer to do that. That's not normal. But there's a lot of people who say it is. So
it shouldn't be normal.
It should not be normal. But guess what? Anytime there's an argument and you have to go through the extent of the justice system and go all the way through and use all your resources to fight something that we think is common sense, that means there's normalization somewhere. That means people have made it normal to say that certain groups of people do not deserve fairness. See, I'm being lighthearted right now because I can go in tough and say all kind of shit to ruffle feathers.
Can't we all just be friends?
Can't we all just be friends? Y'all check this out.
He asked me for ID. He definitely did. He's like, I need to see some ID. I'm ICE.
All across the country, victims confused and terrorized by people posing as ICE officers.
Where you from? Mexico? You from Mexico?
CNN found a jump in cases this year. Philadelphia, police say an auto shop worker was zip-tied and robbed by a man in tactical gear pretending to be ICE. Houston, Texas, police arrested a man for impersonating an ICE officer, accused of stealing $1,800 from a Guatemalan man during a fake traffic stop. New York, police say this man claimed to be ICE and accuse him of assaulting, robbing, and attempting to rape a woman. CNN found 24 reports of people posing as ICE officers in Trump's second term. That's more than the last 16 years combined.
I'm not trying to say that's a good thing. I'm not trying to say that at all. But how many of those instances didn't come through the news and say, hey, this was a false agent? And that how many news posts, reportings, whatever, were put out that ICE agents did this, that, and the next thing. I know we're going to get into this, but
you know me, don't you?
With how,
you know, I know we finna get into
I'm
this.
just saying with that, and it's so easy how the media can.
Maniac, you hit the nail on the head by overstanding something very important. You said how many were reported. When
Right.
things are reported, that's half of what's really going on, my brother. You know why? Because it's normal in certain vicinities for people to be terrorized by law enforcement, and the law enforcement get away with it and walk off, and you're left there holding nothing. I didn't say what you was doing is good. I didn't say what you was doing was bad. But when law enforcement invades your area and runs off and has no repercussions, no legal ramifications, that's normalization. This cat here,
It's also abuse of power,
it's also abuse of power.
but that's not the topic today.
That's the cat right there that
Just saying.
was the spark of that video. This guy here was in Galveston, Texas, in the Houston area, down there in the Galveston area. Well, that's where he's from. I may be a little off about where he was exactly when the video, I didn't show that video, but that was as a result of one that we just played. This gentleman here, was accosting a man and woman of color. They were Hispanic. Was running through their, I mean, maybe he running their pockets, fam. Tell you, he's running their pockets when a First Amendment auditor and his partner ran up on him and said, hey, man, what's going on over there, man? They noticed his uniform looked a little off, okay? And I'm keeping him up there for a reason. Until I get done with this conversation, I want y'all to see his face. This guy got spooked by an auditor. He walked over to a car sitting on the street with his girlfriend sitting in it. It was a Malibu or some shit. Grabbed a fake badge, hit one of the auditors in the forehead with it and said, here's my freaking badge, which he used a different word. Walked up to the other one because they both had their cameras out and was recorded, so they got multiple angles of assaulting the auditor. Posed a fake badge, jumped in the car, a blue Chevy, and they burnt off. They got the license plate number. Kinfolk got arrested. And then look at what it says up there on the actual news report. You know why this kind of shit is normalized? Because it says a man was accused. Not this man did it. Now, I know we say you're innocent until
proven guilty.
Well, why is he innocent until proven guilty? Can you tell me why?
Because he still has to go through the legal.
No. That's not the reason. That fake police officer, which they showed the officer, okay, and I'm going to tell you why. They showed the officers on the scene the whole video. Officers on the scene are part of the news report, right? So when they go to the news and say, hey, we saw everything, this dude right here committed a crime for sure. Then that means at that point, there's no ifs, ands, or buts that a crime was committed. That guy there was impersonating an officer and he assaulted someone all at the same time. He shouldn't be accused. He's not, at that point, the news media shouldn't say he's accused of anything.
But it could have came out before he was, before it was finalized, before he was actually sentenced. And so
you were 100% right. No, you're right.
At this time, the news, and I'm not trying to back them.
No.
I'm just saying it could have been.
This is what I want from you. This is what I want from a guy sitting next to me.
It could have been, I don't know the timeline of this specific event. I'm just saying it could have been before.
You know why I'm smiling? Because I did the research already. Everything was known at the time of the release. But see, this guy here, I'm gonna dab into something that's a little forward of the show. He's accused.
And this was after the date. This is your time.
Yeah, he's accused.
Time.
You know a boy that just got shot by ICE?
I heard about it.
You heard about the guy that got shot by ICE? He's a criminal.
See, my girlfriend.
He's not an accused criminal.
My girlfriend was just telling me that he was like a medic for like veterans. Like he was like
a nurse.
He was a nurse
for veterans.
He was trying to render
aid. I hear so many different people. Like No.
Right. And I want anybody to hear both sides.
Right.
But when the facts come out, and when this is where normalization comes in. They want you. It's normal right now for them to tell you not to believe your lying eyes. Did you hear what I said? Mm-hmm. When there's 100 people, you and me, all right, you and me, you and Tay and 80 other people, we together, and we tell a group of people, we saw this happen to this man. See, there's something wrong now, because you with the wrong people. You shouldn't have been with us. So now you with us, so you a criminal too. So we're all criminals now because we watched somebody get beat up by the government, the ICE, the law enforcement, and now we're all criminals because we shouldn't have been instantly. We're not criminals after the fact. We're not criminals in court. We're not accused of anything. Our police force now tells the media and everyone else to say, these criminals, it's not normal to be called a criminal ahead of time. You want to know why I know that? I'm going to tell you why I know that. Because unabated by me, this man just said, well, wait a minute now. It says he's accused because he hadn't been to court yet. But if you are, maniac, a person of color, it doesn't mean black. It doesn't mean Hispanic. It doesn't mean any specific. You can be Asian. You can be African. If you are a person of color, you're innocent first.
There's white people in Africa.
I know. We know that. You want to know why? Because Trump just let 50 of them over here willingly.
A lot of South
And see,
Africa
we go-
is white, actually.
I know.
Most. Yeah.
A guy that used to work at my shop. Okay, he was one of my installers. I used to always tell people, yeah. So I got one of them. I would say we're gonna go out. Hey man, we finna go somewhere, man. And I say, shit, it's just me, so and so, so and so, so and so, and my African partner. And they would be like, oh shit, okay, Kurt. I said, yeah. Well, African dude, where he come from? Oh shit, he worked for me, you know. And we would go somewhere, and they'd be like, hey, man, what the African dude at? And I'd be like, the African dude is Dylan. I'd be like, he right here. And Dylan was whiter than you, snow white, blonde hair, blue eyes. I said, hey, that's African right there. They'd be like, man, cut the shit. And I go, no, he African.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in Africa. He African. Well, I don't know what you want me to tell you. They'd be like, nah, man. Yeah, man. So
Wannabe chimed in and said it's normal for black people,
black people.
but now other races of people are being affected by this tyrannical government.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And the reason why I appreciate it, Wannabe, is because I know we got old Maniac over here, and you were the initial person sitting over here next to your boy Music that would, for some reason, you know that boy Wannabe would always be like, Kirk, man, I'm pretty sure you got it on the list already, but you're 100% right, bro. He's right. It's part of this show to understand what's going on. I'm going to spare y'all. Let me take him off the screen. Okay. Look at him one more time, real quick.
Man,
this man he'll be out soon. Trust me.
I've been looking at his ugly mouth.
He's finna be out. And he's in Texas. So let me say this real quick before I let this off, because I was finna forget about this. Ladies, if you in my family, you're gonna know that I tell everybody to strap up.
You look like a skinhead, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to listen now. We talk about there's a difference here.
I'm just saying.
Learn what you're supposed to do and have your situational awareness on tap. But I believe everybody should have protection devices against these people. Some of these people are graping women under the color of law. Did you hear on the video where it said there are grape cases where these men are pulling women over, graping them on the side of the road under the color of law, claiming to be ICE agents. And then in the past, we've had these issues. The reason why I say policing, because these ICE agents are under policing. Okay. So this wasn't more about our law enforcement brothers and sisters. Man, y'all are trying to straighten it up, I think. But man, y'all been outshined by ICE.
Man.
We ain't said shit about no police officers in a while now because ICE agents is running rampant.
Police are great right now.
Yeah,
we love the police.
We love it. And guess
everybody.
What?
Police officers right now.
Man, if you are an officer of the goddamn law right now, I bet y'all sitting back cheesing like a big dog, because as long as y'all don't have to participate with ICE.
That spotlight ain't on you.
Man, that spotlight ain't on them, man. Let me ask y'all a question real quick while we talking about ICE. Do y'all remember Patriot Front? You remember Patriot Front? You ever heard of Patriot Front? You heard of what's the other boys called? The ones that was running around throwing up the flags and stuff, and they was at the Capitol, not at the Proud Boys. Thank you, Tate. It was on, and I had said their name first. My Patriot Front, Proud Boys. Where they at? What happened? Where they go? You know where they at? I'm gonna tell you where they at, because I'm 100% sure.
I know where they at.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you where they at in just a second. So if y'all remember, during any protests pertaining to our government, the Proud Boys and Patriot Front were front and center on any counter protest. So if it was Black Lives Matter, if it was white folks, right now it's all white folks protesting right now against our government. Against the Epstein files, against the No Kings protest.
Yeah, but it's so funny that a Black Lives Matter protest is mostly white people.
100%. But do you know why?
To me, as a white person, like that is comical to me. Like I get it. No, I totally get it. Like
black folks are tired of getting their head busted and then getting blamed for it. How you get your head busted and get blamed for it and you sit there bleeding, looking at and talking about it's your fault for peacefully protesting? Normalization.
I forget some of that because that's not how I grew up.
That's
not
cool.
I forget that.
That's overstood.
But no, once you say, I get it.
So
I get
normalization, Maniac says that in this day and age, since we like to say that black folks ain't protesting no more because we said, let's see what happens, Uncle Tay, when everybody else continues to protest and see how much violence. Let's see if there's any brutality. Let's see if there's any clapback from the government. Let's see what happens when the same type of protesting that's on camera. See, what's good about this day and age? Cameras are everywhere. Now white folks are getting their head bust.
Now that you're putting this all together, I just thought about this. You know, the one thing in common between, and as you're speaking, I'm thinking of the silent protests, like the sit-ins and the civil rights movement, and the current protests we're talking about with the abundance of white people over black people, and there's violence present in both situations. But you know what the common ground is?
What's that?
Is that the silent protests, it was the white people being aggressive towards the black people.
Right.
And now it's we'll use BLM for the example. Mm-hmm. Now it's the modern protests, and it's the white people who are on protest being violent, being, disruptive. And I'm not saying...
What are they?
Some of them are paid, let's be honest. Some people are paid to go to these protests and cause trouble.
And that is,
let's be honest, people.
But you're saying, let's be honest, that's never been proven. So we have to have proof. Accusations are one thing and proof is something else, right?
I don't have it right now with me, but I've seen video with someone pulling up proof of people getting paid to do this.
And when I say this, I'm 100% want to be honest with you. Please show it to me.
Okay.
I do want to see that because I don't know that. Because they have claimed, I'm glad. I'm glad
every protest.
I'm glad it ain't black folks. That's all I'm saying. But it's still that
it's often not. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. 100%. It's oftentimes not. It's somebody who's getting paid to just go cause trouble in their.
But if they go cause trouble, they are what? They are. If you cause trouble and you are an agitator, you're still not a criminal.
No, yeah, and you don't. But you're. It makes
getting on the nerves of people who are doing criminal activity.
It makes a peaceful protest, or like say, it
ramps it up. It elevates it. Yeah.
And even though the mass of the people are being peaceful, they're just protesting, they're yelling, whatever. They got their signs, whatever they're doing. They're being peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have, say, it's 20 people who are paid, and that's really all. Does it take more than that? You can do it with 10 people. I'm using
how many police are there in that situation? If you got 50,000 people and it's 40 of them that are paid, and you got 300 and you got 6,000 police officers,
not enough.
They can't. Those 6,000 people can't just bait them people down. They gotta bust their ass. It don't matter what color they are. See, even though they're white, it don't matter. They gotta bust their ass.
A lot of those people will be.
They want to bust their ass.
A lot of those people probably have self-control.
But they want to bust their ass because they're representing Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. See, once you support what the normalization is once you support the minorities, once you support what they don't want supported, you're now on my team. Did you hear what I said earlier? See how what you just said brought everything back together. And this is how you know that something's either normal or the way it should be. If you ride with us, you one of us. Mm. That goes back to even in criminal law. What is it called when we all together? I know because my son was involved in that shit. We're accomplices by the crime. Mm. So you an accomplice. You a brother now, man. You with us.
That's right.
All right. We ride
One of these said black people been used to the new normal. Now the other races who here legally and pay taxes, but they don't fit the new American dream founded for them people. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So yes, that's the normalization. Okay. Here's the thing. Let me see. I had a when you're discussing these things, when you're discussing,
Oh, Mr. Wanna Be Famous.
wanna be famous.
What do you gotta say? Come on, man. Get on here.
Oh man, say
Rona,
hey Amos.
what up, baby?
What up with it, baby?
Man, what's
Listen,
poppin'?
man. Listen, I've been sitting back for a minute. I've been sitting back
You
I
just
know
couldn't
you've been
listening.
itching.
you couldn't take
You've
it.
been over there
Very
itching.
Hold on, he
entertaining.
was
Cooking.
scratching his shit and probably like,
He's like, I'm gonna get on. Come on.
hey, what's that little boy name on the Incredibles, man? Jax.
Oh
The little,
yeah.
yeah. Tell me about it, Blanca.
So, so what I'm gonna do real quick is I ain't gonna hog the show, and it ain't about me. But I can't sit over here and let y'all pussyfoot no longer.
Okay.
Say it.
Chris, Maniac, I know you're not a racist. I know you love black people. Kurt,
I love
I
all
know
people.
you love white people, right? But we talking about the black and the white dynamic, right? What
No, we
we
talking
ain't
about
gonna do
policing.
is,
We talking
But
about policing.
but
well, okay. Let me give y'all my little quick synopsis. I'm gonna hop on and hop off this bitch. Give me
Man,
about a
did you just get out
minute.
of the hot tub or
Let me.
something? You got a robe on? Are you a wrestler?
listen,
Wait, man, that nigga's a
listen here,
wrestler.
man.
He got on some drawers and a
Listen,
robe.
listen here, man. Listen. Uh, I can't scare my neighbor around here, man. I gotta be a little quiet. I can't scare my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? We get talking
Come
loud, they
on
get
with it,
oh,
man.
they think it's danger. They think it's some danger when you get talking loud, right?
man, when
But
you was
to
talking
break the
about
thing,
people pulling up in black guy pulling up in the white neighborhood with a nice car, I thought about you, wannabe. I thought about you
hey
pulling
man,
up in that white neighborhood with your Cadillac, your new truck.
hey, hey,
The
now
white
listen, hey,
folks was
With
looking
his
at
shades
you.
on, with his shades on.
Yeah, I know.
There go the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
see,
you the one
and,
I thought
and, and
about.
what happens with this tyrannical government that we have, I think is coming full circle. Like Malcolm X said, the chickens are coming home to roost, right?
They are.
What other races of people who are tax-paying citizens that were born in this country, but they of a different ethnicity. They're not white. They're not black. They're people of color, so to speak, right?
Right.
They are being discriminated and targeted from different continents. If their race is from a different continent, and they don't make over the upper echelon standards of maintaining and living in the nice neighborhoods, so to speak, where the country clubs are, where the kids are in private school, right? They're working class people like we are all, right? Like most black people are working class citizens, right? We're just standing back now, watching it and seeing it that this tyrannical government, they don't give a damn about race, color, or creed. It's all about how much money you can make them and how useful you can be with them. It started long, 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 long time ago. But now other races of people are seeing it, like with these ICE agents and the police. Like the police look like the good guy. You know what I mean?
We
Man,
agree. You heard it.
yeah,
We just said
That's what we
that.
saying.
Hey,
you
that's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like
Let me ask you
it's crazy
this:
because
why is it normal? Let me tell you this. So the Somali, no, was it Somalis and African people that came in when he said they're eating the dogs and they eating the cats? Remember that? So do you remember when they came into that town? The town
they were
Somalia.
Haitians.
wanted and requested them to be there. The more the merrier. Can y'all please? What a lot of people, what they didn't tell was that this and this exactly.
Everybody
The
ain't going
ta-
to jail.
the town was going down. The town couldn't
Yep.
survive. It had a meth problem out of this world from Caucasian people. There wasn't no black, wasn't no Hispanic. There was no people of color hardly there. The meth problem was so bad that they ruined the town. They needed hardworking people to come in. Please, anybody, come in.
Yes, sir.
Immigrants, we don't give a damn who it is. They came in, they brought the town up, and they was like, oh yeah, we got this from here, so let's run their asses off. This is what happened. That was normal to do. Now, immigrants come in, they save something. Let's talk bad about them. Let's treat them like shit, and let's run them off. But
It's just like
let's
it's
bring
just
some
like the
South
brave.
Africans in, 50 of them, all at one time, bring them in to open arms by our president. This happened. I have factual evidence. It is the truth that Donald Trump brought in South Africans of palm color and said, "You guys are welcome. We're going to give y'all the full benefits of it." Look at this boy. We're looking at his palms and shit. We're going to give y'all full benefits of everything.
Let me
But
see your
What
palm.
that's just
they're
like
the same color as yours
Pretty
because
close.
I'm beige. But do you understand what I'm saying? Want to be that the
See, we the same.
the standard was we are the same.
See?
We bleed the same color, and a lot of our palms. Shit, Mont's palms might be the same color of ours. You know, he that nigga pretty dark.
You know,
You damn right.
Well, no.
It reminds me of a meme I saw a while back,
What was it?
and it said, it was a picture of a sperm cell,
Uh-huh.
and it said, "Racism is silly.
Mhm.
We're all white at one point."
I'm trying to
And,
tell
my
you.
bad.
and it showed the sperm cell, and you know, sperm's white, right? Of course.
And they
So,
all, yes,
and
and
it's how,
it said
you
everybody
know.
got shot out some kind of hey, wanna be.
Hey, look, y'all look pretty good over there getting along, but y'all need to
But
stick to the
what?
subject. Both of y'all rambling.
Huh? You said we did what?
We
Y'all need
had
to stick
connection
to both of
issues. He
y'all
was
ram.
coming back.
Yeah,
No, actually I cut
yeah,
him off. I
y'all.
had a button over here, I pushed and I cut his ass off. Yeah,
I don't know what. Yeah, and I think
yeah.
he did. He probably did hang me up. Probably did try to get my ass up out of
Nah,
there.
it ain't get that around. Not that time, bro.
It's not that time.
Not
No,
that
but
time.
what's happening is like other races of people, other races of people, especially of color, like they're seeing the racism that is bred in the fabric of America.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does. This president don't care what color you are. If you ain't got no money, if you ain't one of the elites, you ain't one of the movers and shakers. They don't care about all that other shit.
That's not
Like
true though.
if
I'm gonna tell you why.
you like,
Because it was normal,
it-
want to be famous, for slave patrols and people that are broke in society. If you were white, you were still put in charge of those of darker skin. So what they did was they tricked poor white people into thinking that they were more important than prominent black people. And if you give them that narrative, then that is what they ride with. So it has nothing to do with who's broke or who's rich, because there were rich
but
black folks that was being mistreated by poor white folks.
But can we be
now they're
honest real
seeing
quick?
it.
We're not all, I'm going to put air quotes around this. We're not all great nations
Right.
built on racism.
Wait,
Regardless,
Exactly.
what you mean? You said we're not great nations built on racism?
Yeah.
This one was built on racism.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But like every country has come from conquering, right? And
Yes,
you
yes.
know, your hatred of another person,
Divide
There
and
another
conquer.
race.
was a
Divide and
war.
conquer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a war. Yeah.
And
But how
so is
long
there
did the
not
war take
racism in
place?
that?
Our war here on Turtle Island started when the land was pre-inhabited by all the Neji, and then was people came from other lands, came over here and not took over by negotiating. They
Be
raped,
like Native
they
Americans.
raped, pillaged, and plundered, and lied and deceived and killed.
But that's the American way, though. That's the
That's
American
the
way, though.
so
That's
what is
the
that? So what
American
is
way.
that? So that's
Man, I don't
That's
normalization.
the
I
yes. That's the
That's
see,
that's
normalization.
and
It's normal for
that
us.
yes.
and on the point of normalization, like yes, I hate to say that you are right. You right, wannabe. You right. That is the American way. But
Look at you.
and I don't care. I'm gonna cuss right now. That's fucked up, and that is not my American way.
Right.
That
It's
is
not
not.
mine either. It's
But
none
That
of
that's
is
mine.
why
not
that's
how it
but
should be,
that's
and I
why
don't
that's
think that's where we came from. But that's how we've
That's
turned
how we start.
into,
Yeah.
and that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
that
Is
but
what I'm trying to say.
that's why you sit that's why you're comfortable with going in a room with black people in it, right? That's why you're comfortable with having conversation with other races of people, right? And
Absolutely.
to bring it out to bring my point home is other law abiding, legally tax-paying citizens that are people of color, they're starting to see what black people been seeing since the beginning of time, since America was written. It was written for rich, land owning white men to dominate. Everything else is a farce and a fair. It's really a fairy tale. If you thinking that the American way is green pine trees and grandmama's apple pie on Sunday, you got another damn thing coming.
Right.
We just
Normalization
started. the
That's some
work,
people's
the
normalization,
rest of the
like you
world,
said.
yeah, the rest of the world is really starting to see what black people been with. Like
Ricky
they
James,
starting to
hey
see what
man,
black people been
wannabe,
through.
just so you know, that boy Rick James said, turn wannabe off.
All right, I'm finna get on out of here. I love the show.
Hey, we love
I
you.
love the show.
I appreciate you, brother, and you're
I
100% right.
pre- appreciate y'all letting me up.
Man,
For sure.
And I I see y'all ugly motherfucker tomorrow at 7.
you are welcome,
Love
and you are
y'all.
my brother, and you are a very important staple in the point of view and in Old Dunk Entertainment. Now, bye, homeboy.
Hey man,
Hey, boss, he say, hey, man, say what did Cam say? Cam said, again, force makes normal. Influence is temporary. You know what? Influence is temporary, so force has to be applied. Damn, Cam, you're trying to get smart at your age as you're growing up. So listen to this. Influence is temporary. You are 100% right. In order for you to take influence and make it a non-temporary thing so that it becomes normalization, force has to be applied constantly. And it's one of the problems, like I was telling you earlier, it's one of the problems in the race of minorities that force is not always applied. We protest for a little while, we hoop and holler, and we yell, and we get fucked up, and then guess what? Everybody goes back in their houses, and then everything returns to normal.
Right. You wake up the next
We
morning.
wake up the next
you go
morning,
to
everything's back to
work,
normal again, which
wake
normal
up,
is the American
breakfast for the
way.
kids.
All right, Rick James, I'm gonna get on with it. Since you talking about get on with the story, check this out. Since you want to hear something else, I got something for you. Check this out.
You know who claims that there's a downside to the Civil Rights Act. He says, and I quote,
Quote,
white people were very badly treated. Where they did extremely well. And they were not invited to go into a university or a college. And under his administration, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission says there could be reparations for this discrimination.
He got jokes.
She got a comedian. She got jokes. So look, let me tell you how important that is. And this is, and I'm smiling, but it's not funny at all because I preach about this every day, almost every day. You have our government. Wait, no. Fuck that. You have our y'all's president, and I'm saying y'all to whoever, which one of y'all voted for him.
Hey, all right.
So look,
I deserve that.
let me be a parent.
I deserve that. All right.
Maniac said he voted for Trump. Just so y'all do, let's be transparent right now. He said he voted for Trump.
I
And
did,
he says he told me, he said, man, I'm realizing I fucked up. I'm realizing the faults. Okay, so but let's go on for there because
he's done some good, but he's done quite a bit of bad.
And I'll argue with that. We're gonna bring that back up on a different show because we're gonna talk about that specific where he's done good at. That's that. We're gonna talk about that later on. So remember, I want you to have all your ammo ready because on that show, Tay, we're gonna mess around. We're gonna have to change the studio runs. I'm gonna turn my chair towards Maniac.
It's gonna be a one-on-one.
It's gonna be a one-on-one. Yeah, because
Already.
I want to know where he's done good. He's done good at because people say, "Oh man, he's done everything he wants." See, no, let me know what.
Cam say buyer's remorse.
Let me say bye. Okay, so you have to understand
I got
what
this
she
new
said.
shiny car, but it ain't as great as I wanted it to be.
It's not that Lexus.
It's just not what I wanted. You know, the test drive was great. But
Exactly. Trump said that the Civil Rights Act was a detriment to white folks. He said that. Now, I want y'all to look that up. Remember, on this show, when I say something, I've already looked it up. Yes, he did say that. That's not no AI. See, well, we're going to get to media in just a second.
Oh shit.
We're going to get to media in just a second.
Veronica said, "What's the good that he did?"
So, see, they already go, wait, no, Veronica, hold on, stop.
Let's save it.
show.
Yeah,
Let's
another
save it for a
show.
different show.
not today.
Y'all be ready. ready for the ultimate
we gotta
show.
come back with research.
Yeah, of what good has Trump done? So that way, if Maniac says he wants to be a scapegoat for that, he said it. Remember, Wannabe.
I don't know about a scapegoat, but
Look, do you remember Wannabe wanted to be a scapegoat on the show of the GOAT show of Michael Jordan versus the world
Yeah,
versus
for sure.
LeBron James,
For
and he
sure.
right in the middle. The show wasn't on 10 minutes, and that boy turned into a Michael Jordan fan.
switch that quick.
He switched quick, man. That was
Switched up.
Hey, watch the thing being again. He gonna say beep beep beep. He gonna no man. He gonna try to turn it back into the Michael Jordan debate. Watch in a second. Watch. But check this out. Here's the thing. That man said out of his mouth that he thinks that white males should get reparations. You know what reparations are? Do you really know? Okay, because I know you're young.
Yeah.
That white males should get reparations for the discrimination they have faced because of the oppression. And their oppression has come basically as a result of equality.
What?
Inequal.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying because of more equality, the more equality that minorities are getting, white males are seeing it, some white males are seeing it as oppression. So they're starting to claim discrimination when it's just equality. When
Get
you
the fuck over it. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
right.
But
But listen, no, right.
That's okay.
But
Go
black
ahead.
folks, so
Okay,
black folks have been told to get over it for a long time, right? So now we have to tell, like you said, we got to tell the white cats, get over it. It's not your fight. It's because there's nothing going on to you. You ain't been through shit compared to what minorities have been through.
Mm.
Nowhere near. If you even try to compare from 60, even let's just say from 1964, from the Civil Rights Act, the Civil Rights Movement as a whole, from 64 to 2026, if you have the audacity to claim that white males have been underprivileged for any reason, when the deck has been stacked in their favor, not even white women have had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
White males have had more privilege than any person in the world because advantages
This
were
country was
given.
built around them.
It was built around.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. You ain't gotta just say, I know.
But
You're doing good.
But I was trying to say, hold on, ADHD. My bad. I'm sorry. I gotta bring it back.
It's ADHD.
I'm sorry. Man, I was trying to say something.
Think of it after I say this. The media.
It'll come back.
The media, ladies and gentlemen, there is normalization in the media, okay? And where the normalization comes from in the media is, you remember a long time ago when we used to call everybody say, oh man, we're gonna watch the television. Remember television? Tell, lie, vision.
Tell a vision.
Tell a lie vision. That's what television is. Have you ever noticed when they say, after these brief messages, we're going to get back to your program. You know why they call it a program? Because it's
They're
programming you.
Yeah. The indoctrination starts in school. And then when you become an
I want it. Maniac on here for a reason.
when you become an adult, it really comes from your subscription services.
Look at you, boy. Stop that.
Little PSA for
All right,
people.
man. All right.
Little PSA.
All right.
Be careful what you watch. There's quite a bit of.
Be careful
really,
of what you watch
really
because
though, there's
the
quite
norm.
Symbolism is a big thing, and it's in a lot of shows. You don't even realize it's in these shows, and you're just watching them, and they hook you with the storyline. You're like, "Oh, this is such a great show," but you don't realize how much symbolism they're just sprinkling in there, and you don't know like symbolism really has power.
Cook, maniac.
Like it really, there's a lot of power in symbolism, and people think of it as a how you say, like occult-esque,
How old are you?
27.
Cook, maniac, god dang it. Let me tell you something, young man. You have summed up the media section. And what I want people to understand is that y'all don't realize how powerful the media is unless you are a part of it. See, we look at social media, and y'all have no idea how much time you some bitches sit on social media all day and work your fingers, and it takes away from other parts. Man, y'all got some of y'all kids got dirty Pampers and shit right now because y'all online. Okay? Learn how to work them all together. I love y'all. I want y'all to be here. Make sure y'all tune in to Off the Muscle, where I spit knowledge, wisdom, and but real talk though, real spit. Check this out. This is what I want y'all to see, because I don't think some people have actually visualized this. I don't think y'all actually know this.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility
is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
the sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
In March 2018, millions of people around the US noticed something strange. Local news anchors from all over the country were reciting the exact same script on air word for word.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about trouble and trending irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
That's because all these local news stations are owned by Sinclair Broadcast Group, and Sinclair Broadcast Group had a message they wanted to propagate to the masses. Most people have never heard of this company before, but Sinclair is actually the second biggest television station operator in America. Out of the 600 channels it owns, more than 150 are affiliated to news broadcasters like Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. More than 40% of all the homes in America watch the news on a channel owned by Sinclair. Yes, that is right. If you have a message you want the American public to accept, you gotta go to Sinclair Broadcast Group.
One company owns 40% of broadcasting networks for the news.
I'd like to just add real quick, who owns that company? Because it comes back to, I'm sure, one of two places.
Boy, look at here.
I'm sure it comes back to one of two places. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. How about this? So that we don't go through a whole ordeal and I don't run down the line, because I'll run this shit down. Look it up yourself. Find out how media plays a part in normalization of what the programming is and the tell-lie vision. They are structuring us. They are normalizing the things that they want us to say, from the higher up to the down. He talking about, now we're talking. Cam, I hear you. Hey, Rick James actually told you to speak this shit, man. Hey, man, look here, man. You gained us some followers, man. You gained it.
Hey.
Here's the thing, y'all. Even in the discussion of the presidential races, I had to go in a year and a half, 2 years ago, because of what I heard on the media, because of all the bull crap that I saw coming down. It's why Maniac and I will have a future discussion on how he feels. Because, see, I'm just saying he. I damn sure don't feel the same way as him. But how he feels of what he's heard were some positive things about a certain person. And it came from the media. Because he's too young and probably, I apologize for this ahead of time, may not have enough assets for him to even understand that to be on the side of a certain person, you have to have this type of social status. Once he looks that up and finds that before he comes to talk to the big dog, he'll understand that it's a conversation he don't want to have. Because media will make you think that someone is doing something for you on the left or the right. It's why I try to ride down the middle as much as I can, but I just can't quite ride down the middle because I veer off to the left a little bit. But here's the thing. Don't let media persuade you into overstanding a damn thing. Don't let media make normalization a thing for you, because you know with your own eyes where you sit, where your family sits, and where your blessings have come from in the past. See, so this is what we always talk about. People always say, if you remember how most media, and I'm sure you've heard it because you have written probably most of the way you thought, you say, all right, I've written most of the way on the right. You kind of, float in the middle somewhere. You're like us,
so
but
as far as the scale goes, this is
you have a scale.
I'm this far. My
Man,
pointer
look.
finger is the right.
Okay.
I'm more right leaning, but I'm definitely like
Wait.
I grew up in a blue state.
Can I ask you this?
I grew up in a blue state.
You're right leaning. So I have not a problem with Republicans. I have a problem with MAGA because it's different. MAGA's not Republicans.
And so
MAGA's different. MAGA's a cult.
I was raised for 6 to 7. I was raised for a number of years.
Right.
Around 6 years, I lived with my grandparents. They are Republican. They are Baptist. You know, they go to church they were retired at the time when I lived with them.
Right.
You know, like, so it was a very stable. You know, we went to church every Sunday. We went to a Baptist church every Sunday, and you know, like, it was very structured. You know, like, and which was good for me at the time. But so, anyways.
So check this out.
It's the ADHD me.
No.
ADHD moment.
No problem.
My sister said, "A weak mind will believe anything." D, what's up, baby? How you doing? Yeah, she says, "Weak mind will believe anything."
They were Republican, right?
Right.
Sorry, I just remembered it. They so a lot of my right leaning is from, you know, they would watch Fox News all the time,
right?
And that was like, of the 3 things that were on the TV, it was it was Fox News, it was some sort of Western,
right?
Old Western,
and Archie Bunker, you know what I'm saying?
It was NCIS.
Right.
It was those 3.
Right.
That was.
I was like, he's younger, so
Yeah. He got. Well, no, his grandparents.
But don't forget what he said, grandparents. So, and here's the thing. See, I'm saying that shit, but man, we watched it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was what? What was that? It was normal, Tay.
Yeah.
It was normalization.
Yeah.
When we watched Archie Bunker, when we watched MASH, when we watched Hogan's Heroes, when we, see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, don't make me talk on it, man, because y'all don't realize that we watched all this stuff, huh? Dukes of Hazzard.
Man.
See, we leaving you out of something. He probably saw Dukes of Hazzard 2017. He saw that.
Yeah. He didn't see.
He saw Boa. He saw. Yes, he saw. See, I told you. See, you know, you didn't see the real Boss Hog.
I
didn't see Hazzard County.
I didn't watch the whole thing because I honestly, like, when I grew up, I was like, I tried to watch the old movies, and I was like,
I know it's crazy how
video quality's not that good, man. Fuck this movie, man.
They didn't know about Chickasaw County. You know what I'm saying? The real Chickasaw County. You know what I'm saying?
But that's where I got a lot of my say right leaning from.
Right.
But then, still growing up in a blue state, you know, like, I lived in Denver for a few years, right? And there's quite a few, we'll just say, liberals that live there, and it's a very liberal place, you know, to live. And you don't see, I personally didn't see so much of, like, the far leftist liberals there,
right?
And that's kind of well, I'll get into that on another episode.
Right? No, cool.
But I didn't see too much of the far leftist liberals, but it was definitely more of the liberalistic, you know.
But you have a right to have your views.
I can tell you, living in Austin now, living in the Austin area, that it is absolutely different living here than there. Like, the feel of just going through your day to day, going through the grocery store, going to the gas station, driving. Obviously, the drivers are.
Let me ask you this:
a little bit crazier now.
So you just talked about how the diversity in Texas, in Austin, is dramatically different from Colorado, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you realize that this is a red state?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
So
that's what I'm trying to get at here.
Watch this.
That Texas is a red state and Colorado is a blue state.
Fuck what you're talking about right now. This is a red state, right? This is a red state, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's diverse to the motherfucker, right?
But Austin is a blue city.
No, answer my questions. It's diverse to the motherfucker, right?
Yes.
You've been in Austin, right? There's people, man, I walk by, I just, people don't even understand what the hell they're talking about in Austin. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this. How the hell, with the diversity in Central Texas, with the diversity in Houston, with the diversity in Dallas, with the diversity in San Antonio, I just named all the biggest cities in the state of Texas, the most important cities in the state of Texas, where the oil is, where the people are, where the music is, how the hell is Texas red?
Because the rest.
You wanna know why?
Because of
red lining. And that is a normal thing.
Absolutely.
And it's normalization. And it's something that you got to get used to. Or, what did I say in the beginning of the show? Change it. Stand up against it. Stop going back to what is normalization, that what they've told you was normal. Stand up against what you know to be or what's supposed to be different from what it is.
Right.
Now,
so Veronica, what you said, and then Veronica says, we gonna have to hear him have this other show.
We are.
Yeah. She wants to know what is Maniac right leaning about. Why hasn't he developed his own values based off of what he was raised around and that type of thing? So we it's coming. It's coming. Veronica. It's coming.
So listen,
we'll
see,
get there. We'll get there.
And here's my problem. And you know me to be this person since you know me for 10,000 years that you know me, bro. I will defend people first until they fuck over me.
Right.
So I have to defend Maniac in one portion. And I'm saying it's a fault of mine because remember back in the days, I would talk first, I'll do my little arguing, and I would fight last.
Okay.
And then I came to the point to where I changed my whole heart around, and I was the one to fire off first once I learned. Well, I've reverted back to my old self, my original self, where I was diplomatic at first. Maniac said, I was taught this. Now I'm kind of this, and I'm seeing. What I'm hearing is that he's seeing. I don't want to speak for you, but that's what you said.
You're on the right.
That's what you said.
You're absolutely right. Like
But
I
now,
was raised right.
keep that same energy when your ass had this argument with me. Well, that's what they want to see.
I got you.
Okay, they want to see you. We want to see.
But yes,
argue with me about Trump.
I was raised right, but now that I'm an adult and I'm realizing I'm closer to the center. But
hey, y'all,
still to the right.
Maniac and
we'll leave it at that.
We'll have a great time on Off the Muscle because we're gonna bring y'all some content where, hey, I think this young man is gonna learn a thing or six, and he might teach us a thing or six.
For sure.
Okay. He said, "Go on and get it." Veronica said, "Go on and get it." Check this out, though. I want y'all to see this real quick.
The first two characteristics are pretty standard for propaganda. Research shows that if we hear a lie from multiple sources, we think of it as more credible. The same is true for lies we hear repeatedly. The more familiar we are with a lie, the more likely we are to think of it as true. But the last two characteristics, no commitment to objective reality or consistency, that's surprising.
They don't care that much about the truth. Much of their propaganda is either completely false or has a kernel of truth.
So, what that is about, I don't know if y'all understand the whole situation, but I'm sorry, is that we have something in our politics called fire hosing. I had never heard fire hosing before. I know what they're talking about, but it didn't have a name to me. And the name is fire hosing. Fire hosing came, boy, you ready, Maniac? And I'm pointing at you specifically. Fire hosing came from Russia. Do you know what two people use fire hosing the most that are most recognized for using fire hosing? Vladimir Putin.
I want to say it's not a firefighter.
And it's not. You damn right. Vladimir Putin and your president, Donald Trump.
Okay.
Fire hosing is when you tell multiple lies. That's what they were explaining to you. You tell lie after lie after lie until people believe it. And then if they don't start believing it, you change the subject and you flood the system with multiple different lies and or subjects so that they cannot keep up.
Right.
That's the media itself. That's the media.
That's the media. You are 100% right. So that's why we're in between the media and the politics section. But here's the thing. When you mix media and politics, you're dealing with the same goddamn wing of the bird.
Because those media companies, guess whose pocket they're in?
Come on, man.
Or guess.
Come on. So how you gonna have an argument with me when you over here talking about? Because you're learning.
Well,
because you're learning. You're overstanding.
I understand how the system and how everything works.
Right.
But I would like to also believe that there are representatives who are going to do what they say they're going to do.
You'd like to believe it.
Right. And so, like, given the two options I had, we're just going to, given the two options I had, and we're kind of still talking about media still.
Yeah.
With what
Well,
somebody
let's talk about the presidents and the options you had.
But
I understand that Kamala Harris had. They said she raped a bunch of motherfuckers, right?
when she was
Hell no,
no, but when she was district attorney, right, of California,
okay,
there was. Now I heard this there. You know, it was one of the people who did the research.
Come on with it.
It was
Come on with it. I know what you're gonna say. Come on with it.
That there was many people who were in jail for, you know, minor crimes.
That was a lie. Okay, and we're
not gonna have that conversation right here. We're gonna wait
and see.
I'll show you the proof.
It comes back to media. This all comes back to media. Okay,
and
but
it's normal for us to believe the media. When we want to believe the media, we're going to believe that there's certain things that we're taught or we're focused on because of where we're led.
Yeah.
So the media that you watch, if it's different from the media I watch, your normal is going to be different from my normal.
And a deeper is it's not just yes, it's what you watch, yes, it's what Tay watches, yes, it's what I watch, you know, but it's also the underlining, it's what we're fed. It's what the algorithm, you know, we'll call it the algorithm, whatever it is. It's what they're feeding you to make you more leaning this way or that way. And it's all designed to divide and make us pit against each other. And really, we need to fucking stop that and
100%
really just be one.
It is all about.
It's really us against them. Come on, guys.
No.
Let's be real.
It's always been that way. The government was normally structured. That's why the Second Amendment came in place, which is a show that I've already had, and you might have missed that one. But it's really for the people to have power against or in case shit against the government. It's your insurance policy. But here's the problem. Someone said a long time ago, why don't we divide up two different people? Why don't we divide everybody up so that there's no structure? So that way everybody keeps a fight going so that they can never combat us. All right, different show. Check this out.
Watch the movie A Bug's Life, and that is
100%. Oh man, what you know about Bug's Life, man? You don't know about no Bug's Life.
The movie A Bug's Life.
How many kids you got?
None, but I have nieces. And nephews. Yeah.
All right, peep this, so we can run the last little bit of the show down. I'm gonna tackle two subjects back to back, and I'm gonna run them shits, okay? And the reason why I'm gonna run them is because they are entire shows by themselves. I will run them down. Maniac and I, Uncle Tay, we're going to run these last two subjects. They roll like this. Relationships. Normalization in relationships, things that are normalized in relationships that should be changed. We should not accept these things, these behaviors in relationships ever again. This is what's normalized. What's normalized in relationships is abuse. What's normalized in relationships is neglect. What's normalized, they're bullshit artists and the person that never shows up for you. Now, when I say relationships, I'm not just talking about man or woman. Remember, every time I say relationships, people already go, oh, you're man and you're woman. No. What's normalized in relationships are these things based on this. Abuse is something that should never happen. If you have to abuse your best friend, if you have to abuse your woman or your man, if you got to abuse your cousin, anybody that you have a personal relationship with, you need not deal with that person.
What if I'm abusing them, but it's with love? And it's from a
ain't no such thing.
From a lighthearted place.
Okay, guess what?
Like,
no, that's bullshit. I mean, but that's
some new shit.
Okay, but
some new shit, bro.
Some of my boys I'm close to at work, you know, like we'll talk shit on each other, we'll like bash on each other, but like it's all lighthearted.
But that's not abuse.
But like, abuse. It could but we're saying that somebody could totally look at it as
you don't know me.
to the wrong person, I would be in HR fucking like that.
When we were in school,
I'm saying though, really.
No. Listen, when we were in school, you don't know me. I was a bully, and I used to ride people. You know what riding is, right? It's when you say, "Oh man, what the fuck you did with your big ass head?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you got that wolf pussy and shit. You know, I used to say this weird shit to motherfuckers, and I used to make people cry. We used to get in the bathroom and have contests where you talk bad about people and their mama and whoop whoop. That was my thing. I was a bully. I welcomed that.
Be like a diss battle.
But it was like a diss battle.
Yeah.
But it was welcomed. We did that.
Yeah.
Now there were some people that I might have with
See, we boxed each other in high school.
Well,
we brought boxing.
man.
We got in trouble with I'm not trying to get off topic.
Hold on. You're right.
Cool.
Hold on. So you know the art of, and you understand where abuse can come from, right? Yeah. Okay. So, but in a relationship, real abuse should not. Do you agree that it shouldn't be normalized?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So if you're in a relationship and you are a constant bullshit artist, hey man, Tay, kill that shit, man. Because every time I try to come to you with something real, you full of shit. That's not normal. That's not what a relationship should be. You agree?
If he's always telling you what you want to
Have you
hear.
ever bullshitted me, man? On some real shit?
No.
I ain't never bullshitted you.
Don't do that.
And that should be the norm.
For sure.
Okay. Also, quickly, the person that never shows up for you. So for some reason, people have remained in relationships and thought that that's the norm, and they keep accepting these people because they say, man, you know what, man, I love this, man, that's my partner, man. That's my girl. That's my man. If them people don't show up for you, see, that's more of a not man and woman relationship. That's more of a partner, a friend, homegirl, homeboy. If they never show up for you, they have a different agenda. Stop showing up for them. That's not normal. If you agree to it, you setting yourself up for failure, heartache, and everything else that comes with it, because that's not normal.
That's not normal.
I can't call you in the middle of the night, but you call me all the time. You need something from me. You never show up for me, but I always show up for you. That's not normal. Normalization says,
damn right,
fix the shit that is not
damn right
the way it's supposed to be. Abuse, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end this show tonight with abuse. Abuse, verbal, mental, physical. Those are the types of abuse that are normalized in some relationships. I have witnessed abuse in my family and with some of my friends and homegirls and people that I like. People that I like, you know what I'm saying?
You like them?
Like. You know when you say word back to back, that makes so special, right? Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying?
Like in grade school.
Oh
man, I like.
I
you
know what I'm saying? Like. People that you love and people that you like and people that you have a deep connection with that are in abusive relationships, whether it's you or a friend, that is not normal. Do not normalize abuse in any shape, form, or fashion. There's something called, do y'all know what Stockholm Syndrome is?
Yes.
Stockholm, you know what that is? You ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? Okay. Just making sure everybody has it. For those who have not, there you go. Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response where hostages and abused victims develop positive feelings, empathy, or loyalty towards their captors or abusers. There are people that get their ass towed off the bone spiritually, physically, mentally, every day. And they say, but I love him. After he get done with my ass, I still love him. After he talks bad to me, who called me a bully? The fact they just saying bully. That's who that is. Stockholm Syndrome is so crazy because people can't get away from it. They develop an admiration for the person that's tearing their ass off the bone. Their captor. The person that literally puts them in a situation to where they feel like they can't even get away no matter how much support they have. When you have support and you have family, friends, and loved ones, and you have people that say, just get away, we got you. Learn how to do that. Get counseling. Call me because I have family members that I need to reach out to that I've talked to that are going to be a part of this show that have resources for people who cannot get away, for those that are abused. All right, y'all. Summing this show up, I like to say this, Maniac. Watching white Americans wake up right now, it almost angers me. And this is why. We've screamed, no, period, like in the last, let's say, couple weeks, because black folks have screamed 1,000,000 times, okay, pertaining to a lot of topics that we've spoken on, okay, and why things aren't normal to us. We've spoken on these things for 100 years. Now, and we're talking about like right now, there's outrage. The reason why there's outrage is because there's organization. Now there's fighting back. Now there's protesting and rage. But when it was black folks and brown folks, people were silent and they were in denial. When it was immigrants, it was about paperwork. When it was trans people, it was jokes and judgment. When it was poor people, it was about policy. When it was all of us, it was never enough for anybody to move. When it was those people that were previously named, it was never enough for anybody to move. But now that ICE is running rampant per our government, so we don't name anybody in particular. Now that ICE is running rampant with Proud Boys deeply embedded, it takes less now to become, even a police officer. It took less to become a police officer than it did become a hairstylist. Did y'all know that? It took less weeks of training to become an officer of the law than it did to become a hairstylist.
You still have to pass the PT test, but
you still have to pass the PT test. But we're talking about overall. That was part of the. It's a PT test of doing hair too, because you got to physically do things. Okay.
So let's be honest. Let's be honest about PT.
We're just talking about time wise. So we're talking about you're talking about law enforcement where you protect people's lives. And you
I'm talking about work you're putting in the time you're doing. You're putting in more work to put in that police academy PT test than you are doing somebody's hair.
You're not paying attention then, because it doesn't matter about the amount of work you're doing. It's about the time spent on the education, because the education when you're defending people's lives and when you're dealing with the laws of the land, it should take 6 years. It should take a year or two of college education and this, that, and the third, and certain qualifications in order to become that, right? Okay, we're doing hair. Hey, man, if you cut somebody's hair off on accident, man, you give them some bread back and everything's cool. When you take somebody's life, that's a totally different situation because you weren't properly trained. We have Proud Boys and ICE agents that belong to white supremacy organizations that are just given a mask and guns and the ability to police people without proper education and or training, okay? And now y'all feel like there's an outrage. And when I say y'all, we are specifically talking about white society. I'm proud that y'all are stepping up, and I'm proud that you guys are participating in the outrage. But it makes my heart hurt to know that it took only 2 white people to be shot. Did you know that? 2 back to back in public in broad daylight.
I know where you're going with this.
2 in broad daylight in front of everybody, peaceful protesters that had not committed a crime. If they had committed a crime, they still have to go through the court system.
Did we bring up Charlie Kirk though? A peaceful protester who
Charlie Kirk skated. And Charlie Kirk came out to a protest with a AR-15 strapped to his chest in direct visibility. He left
You have
to
show
go
me
get it and come back.
You have to
I
show me
will.
that. Yeah.
Because I
But
remember
I haven't
on
seen
Off the
that
Muscle,
anywhere.
I will actually show you.
And then we're coming back
So
to
what do you
media
have?
and what the media is showing me and what the media is showing you and what you're seeing and what I'm seeing.
So what?
We're back to media
So
again.
who has told more lies than the media? Has it been the left or the right? Do you know that or no? Or you because that's been tracked by the it's been tracked by the middle. The middle has tracked all of this stuff since 2015, and it's appalling where the lies are coming from. But back to normalization. Hold on, we gonna go there. Remember, I want you because remember you said earlier today. I want y'all to understand. This young man said there's gonna be a lot that I would like to bring up if you are interested. I want to share these things with you, and there's certain things that I want to bring up that we can have shows about. And I said that's a bet. Let's talk about them. These are things that I love, and I'm glad that this young man is here. He's a part of Off the Muscle so that we can get these things out in the open and we can discuss them. And we can all be friends and understand each other. So it feels like a slap in the face, okay, to us. Now that y'all realize that every time a white body hits the ground as a result of our government murdering citizens on the streets in broad daylight, okay, if you could understand, it could be you next. It can be your family, your friends. You can be black, white, Hispanic. You can be Asian. It doesn't matter what color you are. It can be you next. It can be your family members. These are things that have never, been normal. It doesn't matter who they are or what color they are. If you are murdered on the streets by the people that are supposed to uphold the law and give you your day in court, that's not normal. All right? Normalization. At what point do we say that certain things are not normal, fight against them as a unit, everybody, as a unit? Let's get everybody together and let's understand that normalization has to be identified. It has to be fought against. We have to unify against these things that are made normal to us by one side or another so that we can stand together united. This is Off the Muscle. We will see you guys tomorrow on Old Luck Entertainment. We will be having a show on, man, I thought y'all said it was about polygamy. On the point of view.
Polyamory.
No,
Polyamory.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that kind of fits in there too. So.